our XCFL draft classes and kind of trying to find out what schools produce the most talent. I know, a couple of the grades I know we've talked about in the past, like the ones like Alabama or Wisconsin produced like
Spriggs.
15 defensive backs, three defensive players that won the Heisman, like all sorts of crazy stuff. So this will be kind of cool to kind of look at where players are drafted from where, who they might have played with in college, what team had a sweet defense one year, who produced the most impactful XCFL players, who wins the title of DBU, wide receiver U, has any school produced a bunch of quarterbacks? We'll find out, but we'll deep dive in. I did not do any of this. I pulled it all from Neon. It was really awesome and easy, and then I just got rid of the stuff we didn't want and sort of the stuff we did. So we'll jump over to that spreadsheet. We got it in alphabetical order. I kind of just went down and took the good players or schools that produced a lot of players, and I just copy and pasted that to a different sheet. So like you're not going to see like Arkansas State or something, but if there was like one player from a school, I threw him on there just because it'd be cool to kind of highlight that kind of thing. So let's go ahead and jump into that. I'm going to transition over to that. Feel free, guys, if you are in the chat. I see we have a couple, 6, 7 viewers. Feel free, post some comments, talk, see, throw your little 2 cents out there. But let's start with Alabama here. Let me know how it looks on the screen. I think it looks pretty clear.
Yeah, it's legible.
Yeah, so we'll go with that. I might be able to make it one bigger. Do I want to do that? Oh, even better. Okay, cool. If we start Alabama obviously powerhouse in real life, powerhouse in the XCFL, because you're seeing some big names, a lot of high overall players here. What kind of jumps out the screen here, you see a whole lot of defensive backs from Alabama. Bart Hampton, Rob. Is Rob on here? I haven't heard Rob talk yet.
I'm here.
Go. What's up, Rob? Well, we'll start with your guy, Bart Hampton. Free safety, was taken 11th overall. And then he also, if you look right underneath him, you see Michael Smith, who plays for the Lions, who's an absolute stud. I know he's talked about on a few other podcasts. And then you see another corner in Steve Higgins, which is my guy. Looking like an early candidate for DBU. You got Devontae Scott down there for the 49ers. What are your thoughts on this Alabama breakdown, Rob? Anybody jump off the screen at you?
I mean, Alabama seems like they send quite a few to the XCFL, but Bart, although maybe not the best name, has been a pretty solid player for me. That was the dual Bart draft.
Yeah,
2 of them.
You got a couple running backs up there at the top. Glock, you traded for Keith Woodyard, and then we also got Mason Jordan, who's a stud for the 49ers, a white running back. That's a nasty backfield because they were both there at the exact same time, and both ended up being 3rd and 4th round picks, which is pretty realistic for Alabama if you think about it.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
The one thing that jumps out is it really looks like Bama. DBU, really good O-line.
Yeah.
The occasional wide receiver. You got some halfbacks that a lot of them make the league.
Yeah, a lot. Only what is interesting. Only 4 first-round picks from Alabama. The 2 safeties and then a middle linebacker and defensive tackle. Nairi did point out 0 Bama QB is pretty accurate. I scrolled, dude. One of the things you will notice: very few schools have produced more than one quarterback. I thought we'd see like a couple, it's brutal, which I was really surprised by. Like if you scroll through, so let's keep it going. Anyone else got any comments on Alabama? Anyone that we got a guy named John Smith that plays for your team?
No real edge rushers from Bama.
No,
I think it's just crazy. Just one receiver, and it's my receiver? What the heck is going on in Bama, bro?
John Smith. Yeah, not like our Alabama of recent history with all the, Devontae Smith winning the Heisman, you get Judy, all these other guys out there. So, interesting, high overall players. A lot of guys, and obviously I didn't take a lot of players after like 75 overall unless they were kind of rookies or different things like that. But, let's keep it going. We're going to scroll down. We got Arizona. This one, obviously, we got two players from Arizona that really made a difference in the XFL. the third round pick, Bob Henry, who sat for 2 years learning from Deshaun Watson. We don't know what he learned from Deshaun Watson, but he learned.
The perfect hand job.
And then you got a corner in Ben Booth. So two players that are, high 90s overall. Both have been in the league for 4 years. Arizona putting in some decent talent into the XCFL.
Yeah, the second best program quarterback we've seen so far.
Yeah, I was about to pull him up on the screen. Bob Henry came out 99 throw power, and your quarterback is what I'm guessing you were what you were going there.
Oh yeah, was it a question?
Yeah, no. But Bob Henry looking pretty good all 90s, actually 99 throw power, really good throw under pressure, and then he gets the +3 speed, so he's got 85 speed, which is for a big 6'5", 30-pound quarterback. Yeah, he's pretty good. But that is interesting though. You and Tosh both used quarterbacks with 99 throw power in the what do you call it?
No, my guy was 96. He got to 99.
Dang, threw it all. You're right.
Yeah, we do. We get those arm coaches out here. Teach them how to sling it.
That's the truth. All right, let's go back over. We'll go back to our board. I never transitioned to the draft stream to show our boy. Forgot I got to do that. I can't just look at my screen and talk about it. But there's Bob Henry for all those wondering if you haven't seen him with his very angry-looking face. All right, let's get back to it. Arizona State, which I was pretty shocked about. You get three 99 overall players and then a couple others. Their defensive line, defensive line jumps off the page here, led by David Barkley. You had Devon Aldridge at corner, but then you throw Tyrone Barber and Will Mack, who are all studs in the XCFL as well. I'm assuming in college they were absolute studs as well. What you got for us here?
I'm loving it. I think it looks great. Tosh has really developed two defensive tackles that jumped out here. Barkley is an absolute freaking dog.
Yep. Yeah.
Just stacked D-line, good defense. That's really it.
And then Barber was
most of them would have been there together too.
Yeah, that's what you get the Will Mack and David Barkley going at the same time. Interesting.
Both sack masters.
Yeah, both. Yeah, absolutely. Well, a lot of 4 first-round picks here for Arizona State, which I don't feel like is very common for them either. So we'll go ahead and keep on scrolling. Though we'll try to cover each one a little bit here. Arkansas, not too much to write home about other than Dalton Derby, stud tight end here for the Vikings. He put up really good numbers his rookie year, I believe.
Yeah, he's a stud.
Yeah, he's all up to 86 overall, only 2 years in.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's a stud.
Shout out my left guard, Emmett Thompson, on there. Drafted him in the late 4th. He was a superstar dev.
You got Jarrell Pickens. It only took 5 seasons to get to 78 overall.
Jarrell Pickens.
Slow dev.
2 5th-round. Oh, you remember the days of slow dev? Oh my God.
I'm seeing it right here on paper.
Right. Were you a draft that person?
Oh my God.
You'd be hoping for the double flex and then get slow, and you're like, yep, not using that guy.
That Nate Herbig guy, the Jets QB, rip.
Yeah, Nate Ulrich. You're right. Let's go ahead and scroll down. We'll go to Auburn. Right off the bat, we see 2 Buccaneers here leading the way. Eldon Langford and Jaden Bailey, both about 90 overall. Jared, you got a pipeline there with Auburn or what?
Yeah, and to put some respect on Jaden Bailey, he's 90 today, so they are 90s.
Wow.
Yeah, this needs to be updated right now.
Here you go. Ready? 90 overall. There we go. You get a QB in Ronnie Pace, who was drafted by the Saints. They quickly gave up on him and moved over to Joe Burrow, probably for good reason, because Sparty did go make the playoffs, which is good. A whole lot of linebackers, though. Is this like the new Penn State here? with just producing first round. Look at all these first round linebackers. Yours was a second rounder, but one,
I also
two,
like
three.
how cool in Alabama, and like look how many NFC South and even the AFC South. So it's like the local pipeline, you know. It's not a far trip for the scouts.
That is pretty wild. Look
Dude,
at that.
and the crazy thing is all of these middle linebackers that are on here are super usable. I know the two that are on the Panthers are like 91 speed.
Yeah.
Mine actually might be the slowest, and he's 88. So they've got some real good linebackers.
But, yeah, the Panthers did. I don't know if it was a JMO draft. One of them might have been, and then it might have been Cole Stang. But yeah, that's pretty wild. A lot of that, and then you get a couple of receivers down here not doing too much. For both only second-year pros. Evan Connor, that's my guy. He's a sweet 6'3" DB that's just chilling on the bench, but aggressive play ball and everything. All right, Boston College. Other than what, did Matt Ryan get drafted first overall in his draft class? Does anyone know? Maybe not.
I don't think so.
He did.
Sounds right. No, it doesn't. All right, actually.
This has got to be the only Boston College player that has ever been drafted number 1 overall. Ramon Medlock. Who
I want to say Dante Capers, the receiver I drafted.
Capers.
I want to say BC.
We'll have to look it up. We'll have to fact check that. I still got the Madden.
If not, it was maybe Doss's guy, the Raiders. I feel like one of them was BC.
Jalen Holmes.
Raymond Medlock, I thought was going to be the best safety we ever saw in Madden when he first came out, and I was like, oh shit.
He was the I'm gonna pull him up over here now. He was the post Jack having a kid, having to step away, first round pick that was given to the new user, pretty much, right? That's when he ended up going 1.
Yeah. The only reason I really remember him is because I was trying to give everything and my firstborn child for that pick.
Was that Hey Bob?
It was Hey Bob, yeah.
Hey Bob,
I'm telling your kid when he gets older.
That's fine. Hey, man, you were about to go for safety.
Excited to do the Hey Bob. But yeah, you see with the +3s, he sits at 95 speed, so he gets to 98 speed. You would like to see him develop a little bit faster. I don't know. I wonder why his zone coverage is so low. I feel like it's really easy to get coverages up this Madden. So 86 in 4 seasons? 4, yeah.
This is his 4th season.
Yeah, maybe just upgrade the. He's 93 awareness if you care about that.
That's probably why his coverages are low.
Yeah, and then you did the only other 2 other first round picks. One just went this year to the Raiders. That receiver, the controversial receiver that was taken before the 99 speed one that Brackett took. But Jalen Suggs for the Raiders, he's a pretty nice receiver. If the other guy doesn't come out 99 speed, Suggs is a really cool receiver. 6'3" hidden dev, 91 speed, 94 excel, like pretty good. 88 jump, 83 expect catch. Like he's a pretty good receiver. 83 release right out of the gate. But because the guy drafted after him has 99 speed, it's just kind of like, yep, you just didn't take the right guy. But
yeah, it's round 63. Is that undrafted free agent?
Who?
Oh, there's a couple guys that are around 63. Tide Pod actually noticed it.
That's probably undrafted free agent.
Okay.
That's
cool. It's got them too.
Yeah, that must be coded in there then. We got a couple kickers making it, both for Boston College and California. Shout out the kickers.
Woo! Who drafted the nasty kicker? Was it the Raiders?
Who's got the
Ilio.
number 1?
Dude, Ilio drafted.
Dude, the Raiders got like a kicker that next Madden I'll be drafting kickers, trying to get that guy.
Broncos Chaos has his kicker rocket number 1. That's embarrassing.
Number 1, yeah, that's gotta change. Somebody needs to.
No respect on that one. Let's go down to Cal here. Cal producing 2 studs. Landry Gary was the other safety, and then you get Randy Malone, who's the running back who started with I think he start with Ebanks, and then Drew ended up trading for him. Well, whatever he is, he's sitting there 96 overall, absolute beast.
He has more touches than anybody else in the league this year.
Maybe him and Blackburn will be fighting for touches. But running backs obviously get more. But yeah, Cal putting 2 on the map there. Another kicker. Is that 3 kickers in a row? No, just the 2. Okay. Whose kicker is that? Jared's kicker. Look at that. Undrafted free agent. 77.
Looks like he was traded week 6 in 2025 from the Jags to Drew.
Okay, there you go. Oh yeah, Malone though, he's a freaking monster, dude. I'm gonna pull him up because he is just say what you want about receivers or running backs, but what were you saying, Jared?
Jeremiah. I know why Jeremiah Vaughn was a free agent.
You traded for him?
And no, he was a super cheap free agent with 98 kick power and like 80 accuracy. And I think I missed 3 field goals today. I think I missed 4 on the season. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
You mean?
I'm blaming the kicker. I'm blaming the kicker.
Don't blame our boy. Drew said, "Don't leave the running back open." That is true though. If especially with like people love sending the man blitzes and stuff this Madden, like. You can get it after running back quick and he's gone. You get a little, what do you call it, run after catch, and he's, the little X catch, rat catch, boom, gone. And the wheel routes, running back wheels. If you don't cover those and you're a man with no help, your backer's getting toasted. It doesn't matter how fast he is. So, let's scroll down here. Clemson. I mean, Glock, pretty similar to Clemson in real life for a while there. Just putting dudes in the NFL, XCFL, whatever you want to call it. A long list here led by someone in your house knows very dearly, Philip Marion, wide receiver. But look at all the first-round picks Clemson's produced in the XCFL.
That is
so many.
Yeah, that might be one of the most. We got nine first-round picks, which I'm telling you, compared to real life, it's kind of like, wow, those numbers are very, very small. But Madden likes to throw a bunch of random one-off schools out there, so it really messes with our stats here. But Philip Marion, Glock, you got a guy up here. Chris Woodward, that's the safety that I think you wanted to play sub-linebacker but wasn't allowed to.
Yeah, correct. And then he ended up being really fast, and then he got a speed chip and turned into an absolute baller. Philip Marion at the top of the list there, someone who didn't matter enough to stay in New England, which was horrible. A lot of DPs, which is really nice.
Yep, and J.J. Allen, one of our quarterbacks, he's still starting for the 49ers. He's got some luscious flow in his picture. Who else? So Cordell Ross, that's a rookie for the Bears that they just took this year. I mean, not outside of those top guys, which they have a lot of top guys. Lloyd Strong, that's Drew's tight end that he put on the trade block, I think. Only, this is his 3rd year. He's already 87 overall. That's pretty good. That's
Quincy Harrison guy is he's pretty nice too. I drafted him and then traded it. Yeah, I drafted him and traded him to VBD. He was super nice as a rookie.
5th round pick. Look at here, just Devin rookies there. Devin receivers. That's what he does.
No, I didn't dev him. VBD deved him, but he was came out of the box 6'4", 92 or 93 speed or something. I was like, yo, this guy's kind of nice.
We scroll down, we get Colorado on here. Not too much to talk about Colorado outside of Artavius Holt. He was drafted in the first draft class, a sweet D-end. But they had two DNs, 2 good DNs taken. So whatever Coach Prime's doing, he's got to do more of them because there ain't no Travis Hunters or Shadur Sanders on this list. So we'll go ahead and skip over Colorado. Florida, SEC powerhouse. Well, not really anymore, but you see a bunch of different players on here. D-line right away jumps out. You get
Well, I think we're all staring right at the legend, right? We're all in agreement.
Chamberlain.
Kevin Eubanks right there, just staring us in the face.
He
has over 20 catches in his career.
The big 6'9". No, I see who he had. Oh, he had Darian Webster throwing to him here. Wide receiver or
quarterback. There's the problem.
Third string quarterback for the Jags. You better go trade for him. Maybe that's what.
Thanks a lot, Jared. No, Jared drafted that guy to steal him from me. And I was going to start him.
Imagine reuniting the boys.
It might happen.
That would be great. He's the third stringer for Jacksonville right now, so you might be able to make it happen. He's pretty nice. Rob,
that's the guy that I prefer. Yeah, you're right.
Rob, one of your new free agent pickup in here, Kendrick Royster, middle linebacker, 88 overall.
I'm hoping he can carry on the Florida linebacker tradition because
man,
Earl Alexander came out of Florida, so
Earl.
I don't know if he can live up to that hype, but it'd be sweet.
Was that the Texans middle linebacker?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah, he's got big shoes to fill.
Dude,
yeah, he's got big.
We didn't even talk about the 20-year-old defensive tackle that Sean drafted in the Cleveland Browns in one of the biggest defensive tackle classes in XCFL history, really. But you pair him in there with Aaron Gray. They both came out the same year. Rick Peterson, who knows? Is he a pass rushing outside linebacker? Because that becomes a pretty nasty defense here in Florida. And then you throw Richard Hoover, which is one of the best names in the XCFL. You go Dick Hoover, always sucking up the picks. You can get a bunch of cool things here with Big Dick Hoover, which, of course, he went to Busy, so none of that has happened. But if he would have gone anywhere else, the social media game would be strong there with Big Dick Hoover. But yeah, pretty solid roster there. We'll go down Florida State. Not much out of Florida State. A couple defensive linemen here. But
Rivers, couple of MOP worthy seasons.
Good call. I almost disrespected our man Terrence Rivers. 35 touchdowns last year. That's quite impressive. But outside of him, Steve Redmond, that's the safety that Brapp just drafted. Pretty nice. We don't have to talk about Brapp on this one. It makes me mad when we talk about Brapp. We'll go out to Georgia. Not producing like they have been in the past. You do see the couple D tackles. Gabe Macklin leading the way. Kadeem Barrett, I drafted him, and now he plays for Brackett. Pretty solid running back, 95 speed.
How long is he out?
Is it? Like
8 weeks.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Glock gave him the business.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at Grizz down here chilling at the bottom. Just made the list. The man himself, George Washington.
Yeah, I gotta wonder about our player development department when we see all these players here. What are we doing? Who have we dubbed?
I wonder if we go look at George. Is he still playing? Is he starting?
George.
No.
Oh yeah, he gets burned. He's the captain of the free world and the defense.
If we go look at George, see, 71.
He was the fast one, right?
Yeah,
he's 89 speed.
Yeah,
he gets around.
Boost.
He gets around.
98 stamina, conservative play ball, unbalanced discipline on the penalty. Not great for George. But George is also playing behind the best defensive tackles in the league, so he's some of the best defensive tackles. Outside of that, I expected more from Georgia. Alabama had a ton. I expected more. This is where it gets interesting. You start to see a couple of one-offs. These two especially, Elijah Huffman out of James Madison, and then you have Matthew Williams, Jared's receiver, out of Liberty. Both have no business being 99 overall from James Madison and from Liberty, but here we are.
Here we are.
Huffman. Oh, whoops! I didn't even transition back. Huffman, with an MOP on his name, Matthew Williams. Is he the one that set the receiving record, touchdown record, maybe, or is he the one receiver?
No, I
traded
it. He's the one that didn't. Yeah. I traded the one that did.
Yeah, no, but just Liberty and James Madison just producing probably two of the top 25 at the end of the cycle. So, just interesting where Madden comes up with that. The Elijah Huffman was the wide receiver that was turning quarterback, that whole thing, yeah. And then Matthew Williams just went in the third round, and look at him now.
Whoever convinced him to do that, that guy owes a lot of his career to that person. I don't know if it's his dad or his agent or somebody convinced him.
Yeah, Hoffman.
Matthew Williams should have been like the 5th or 6th receiver taken in that draft. There was like 7 or 8 that went before him, and I was like, no way that this guy just keeps falling. I was like, all right, bet. Third round?
Midway through the third round is quite the fall for receivers too. Especially those first 2 drafts, I feel like everyone can draft a receiver because everyone needs a receiver. It's one you can plug in right away. All right, Louisville, Rashad Grubbs leading the way. A lot of first-round picks out of Louisville. 4 here? Connor Carson is the stud wide receiver. Shamir Rush, the corner for Grizz over there. There's a guy
he's
nice. And he's only what?
We can't have people. Let's go.
Yeah, look at him. He's only a year in. He's nice. Shamir Rush with the +3, 96.
That Stockton is a crazy fast linebacker too.
Shamir can recognize the play. He's got that 99.
Oh yeah, 99 play rack for Shamir, and then Rob, good call there with Brackett's middle linebacker. That's the really fast one that he now has the +6. There's a look at Shamir Rush. We got him on the screen. 99 play rack. That's one of the ones. And 99 awareness. Very aware. Aggressive play ball.
Yeah, he's aware of the ball going over his head for a touchdown.
We pull up Terrell Stockton here for the Honolulu Dragons with the +6, 98 speed at middle linebacker.
Oh my God.
Yeah, 83 zone, balanced play ball, so at least we get kind of saved there. And still, I don't like rocking 92 as a pass coverage middle linebacker, but you do you, Brackett. We don't agree on a lot, so
Should be 98 for the speed.
Yeah, that would be wild. Just make him as fast as he is. Oh, that's probably why he did it, right? 92 speed, maybe.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
I doubt it, because then his wide receiver would be number 99. So, all right, Terrell Stockton is nice, and he's only been in the league a couple of years too. So, all right, let's go another big name school with not a lot of talent coming out of it, but it's LSU. Dante Sims, the safety, Boone drafted. He drafted 2 of them, Reggie Christmas too.
They really needed Wings as a coach to get their pipeline cooked up a little bit.
Well, look at that. Cardinals. Boone drafted Darius Randall as well. Like, Boone must have a thing for LSU going on. But outside of that, no names. Like, Landry Poe was a rookie that went this year. 78 overall right out of the box is pretty nice. Tremaine Keys was the fast one that Tosh took. I think he was supposed to be really fast, but he got knocked down, I think, because he wasn't projected first round. But not a whole lot. The SEC is clearly not winning championships in our XCFL stuff here. Maybe it's Miami, because now we're going to roll on them. They got another boatload of players here, led by Enrique Talbot, the safety that was drafted by the Panthers, was traded to the Saints when ownership changed. And then you just see a couple. You get Dylan Cooper, the Giants quarterback. So he was thrown to Enrique Talbot for his entire college career, which is a pretty cool duo there. But again, not like Colt Kaufman. That's Pride's tight end. Trent Ward, Grizz with another linebacker. Goes to the Eagles, I think, huh?
Yeah, he's fast. He's good.
Most of your linebackers are. And then you get Rob's dude up here, Dexter Corbett. That's the one that Nairi let go. We still don't know if Nairi just missed free agent or missed re-signs, or if he just didn't want Dexter Corbett, because he's a pretty solid corner that the Bills just cleaned up.
I'd like to say thank you. Shout out to Nairi. Thank you very much for him.
Oh, he did say he missed re-sign. He just said it in chat.
Baby. Oh yeah, that's a bummer. I would have been like, "Real Rob, can I get him back?" And Rob would have said no. Middle linebacker rookie Sean Doon, beast. The one that Riot took.
The Enrique Talbot one, that was a fun one because when he came out, he was 20.
Yep, and
I think the Panthers. Not really the production or necessarily the depth because all the user turnover, But as a franchise, I think they drafted the best this cycle, probably.
Dude, over multiple users too, which is always like.
Yeah, they've had J-Mo Cook.
Yeah, J-Mo did really. He always does those first couple drafts.
And I gave him the chin trade, so we had a lot of picks. We can safely say, though, that tradition's going to end until they get their next user.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Safely.
Panthers going
Safely.
straight down. But that's a lot of talent from Miami. Miami might be leading the way with the most players drafted. We'll see, though. Next up, you get the Michigan Wolverines. Some names right off the bat. You see Zaire Palmer over there with the Jags. He's one of many pass rushers that Jacksonville has, so he's sharing a lot of the sacks with a bunch of different players. Braxton Hicks is my safety. You see he and Devin Brackett came out and said the same thing there with the University of Michigan. Marcus McCutcheon, I don't think we talked about him enough as a stud draft pick that he is. I don't know if just like that was the draft that I was like in Florida for or coming home for and didn't really like pay attention to it. I'm pulling him up on screen now. I mean, 6'3", 94 speed without any boost, 96 excel without any boosts. Like he's just a monster, and he's only in his second year, so that's a pretty nice pick. And I mean, I hope it is when you take him number 2 overall, obviously. There's Grizzlies boy, Lonnie Pleasant.
Lonnie Pleasant, as much as I talked about him, he is sneaky good. I played him today. He was flying around near the ball. He could play man pretty well.
What were you saying, Rob?
I was going to say, fun fact, I traded Tide Pod my pick for Bosa, and he drafted McCutcheon with it.
Oh, man. Yeah, McCutcheon's a stud, man.
Yeah, don't trade your first-round picks.
I tried to tell you that since day one, Rob. I tried to tell you that since day one.
Yep. I'm a slow learner.
I got Denzel Ward at 31 with my first and second. No, he's 32. I thought he was 31.
Man. You were led astray by Cleveland management. Lonnie Pleasant. So that was the guy that was traded. That was the guy in the trade for number 9 this year then, huh?
9 overall. Could have had a 99 speed wide receiver. But you got Lonnie Pleasant.
Well, we scroll down. We get another couple of one-offs here. With another one of Jared's wide receivers, and you get the running back that was developed by Jiggy, Artie Denard, 94 overall from Middle Tennessee, and then Mississippi Valley State. I believe that's the same school Jerry Rice went to, correct?
Yeah.
So look at that. You get Jerry Rice and Otis Harris out here just setting records in the XCFL. So Jared took a wide receiver from Liberty and turned him into a 99, and then a wide receiver from Mississippi Valley State and turned him into a 94 and record holder for most touchdowns in a season. And now he plays for Busy and will probably not break 1,000 yards this season. We're gonna
System receiver.
Yeah, he's
System receiver.
It's just a jag.
Well, that's what you haven't played Busy yet. This season.
I have not played Busy yet. No, not yet.
Oh, I didn't switch back either. I'm curious to see what
I think Rob did.
Oh, Rob, you did.
Yeah, I played him. First play of the game was that he threw was like a 75-yard touchdown pass to that guy.
Oh, Otis Harris.
Thanks a lot, Jared.
Thanks,
look out
Jared.
for Rob.
Thanks, Jared.
My fault.
Yeah, fuck you, Jared.
Rob says don't trade your first round picks, and then offered me his first round picks for fucking Otis Harris.
Don't kiss and tell, Jared. Don't kiss and tell.
Hilarious.
You pull up that Dolphins wide receiver room. Otis Harris 97 speed, Joel James 97 speed, Jalen Waddle 97 speed, Tyreek Hill 97 speed. So you'd like to think.
So in a 4x100, do you got Dolphins receivers or you got Eagles wide receivers?
Eagles, 100%.
I think the Dolphins would lap the Eagles in a 4x100. They don't even have to go around the whole time. Because if we go where Eagles here, let's see. I mean, 96. Gardner's definitely your anchor leg. You're having Eubanks start, and you're just, oh my god.
And then we just stop after that. It's over.
Well, Kendrick Bourne's only on the roster because he's got the mentor tag. We get that. But
Eubanks doesn't even get to hand the thing off before the race is done.
Oh man, yeah, that's Oh,
we got a lot of heart. It'd be closer than what the people think.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah, you got the strides with 6'9" and 6'6", dude. They only need and the other 6'6".
They only need they needed to be last Madden.
Yeah,
84 with a 6'9" stride. I mean, you're looking at 87 realistically.
Yep. I think so. And it's really only 6 steps around the whole track for him. So, all right, back here, Missouri. Not much going on at Missouri. They have 195 with George Crofton, who is getting absolutely paid this year because Rapp gave him his 5th-year option. Man, to be a Falcons rookie in that class, everyone got their 5th-year option and just got paid. So, Crofton,
good for them.
Yeah, I don't know if Crofton either Crofton's getting re-signed or Farmer's getting re-signed, and the other one's taking a hike. So, we'll see. We scroll down to New Mexico. We did have to throw Bart Sims, the running back from the Cleveland Browns, on there after his Bart Mims. Yeah, got to show the respect. After his 2018,
he's actually a really good running back. If you go and look at his stats, you're like, okay, this is a pretty good pick for a 3rd-round pick.
Well, luckily, we can go look at his stats and his attributes. Let's go look at all
I think it's nepotism.
Oh, Bart, 5'9", 208, little bowling ball. 88 bag, 90 juke. 90's pretty low. If you're not 99, I don't want to hear about it. 90
yeah, right?
No, he's a nice dude. And he's one of those guys that when you watch him play, I watched when Sean played Busy, Bart was just having a day. And I want to say, why do we have so many Barts in the league? Madden loves the name Bart, it seems. So,
hey, it's better than seeing LOLB come up across the screen. Nick LOLB. What?
They do, yeah, Madden, or at least, if they give the white dude a name that's just not a white dude name, and it's like, oh man, Madden screwed that one up. All right, we got New Mexico, North Carolina. North Carolina put, really 3 players in the league that made an impact, and it's going to be Tamani Farmer, obviously, who went 4th overall to the Dragons. Now is with the Falcons, sitting on the bench, making $70 million a year this year. Marcus Charles, the running back who plays for the Cardinals, that Boone took in the 1st draft. And then Lance Jennings, who was a Steeler and doing pretty well, got moved to the Packers. Van made a trade for him, and really hasn't devved much. 5 years in here, only 80 overall. But North Carolina putting Farmer and Charles.
UNC getting a QB in and not being on the team he was drafted to is pretty realistic. The overall is not realistic, though.
Is Tamani Farmer the greatest North Carolina quarterback in the history of sports? Probably. Better than Trubisky.
Probably.
All right,
and how? And Drake May.
And Drake May. North Dakota State put a pair of corners in who both actually did pretty well. Both, early draft picks, 1st, 2nd round pick here. Gerard Brazil and Dennis Rowland. Nairi did not let Dennis Rowland go, so that's good. He's got one corner over there. And then the other one is Boone's. I love Gerard Brazil because he gets cooked nonstop on deep balls. So we are big Gerard Brazil fans over here in Seattle.
We have a Hall of Fame started for his players already. We can add.
Dude,
Boone's always good at getting a corner that just absolutely torched all cycle.
Dude, he drafted
Justin Tugg, Gerard Brazil.
He drafted this one in the 1st class and was like, now I got someone to stop DK. And DK's 1st game, he had 325 yards against him, and Boone was like, fuck this guy. I was like, oh boy.
Wasn't Brazil the best corner in that class though? He was in the draft, he was number 1, and it was clearly him.
Was he?
Yeah, and he fell all the way to 5th. Outside of other than
I was about Ben Tatum on that one. Ben Tatum fell too.
And Jalen Holmes was the one that went number 1 overall.
Oh, okay, so it wasn't second.
Let's go ahead. We'll keep going here. We're on to Notre Dame. Oh, here we go. We're just going to highlight one name. Ray Blackburn, the Ray Blackburn from Notre Dame. And right underneath him, you get Greg the accountant. Both graduated. Look at this draft class of Notre Dame players. You can't tell me they didn't win the national championship this year. Who's their quarterback? Quarterback didn't get drafted, but it didn't matter. If you just throw screen passes to Blackburn, he does the rest. So I think Notre Dame probably won the national championship that year. You were
a couple years.
Yeah. I mean, that's just you get look at the duo of corners with Von Moat and Aaron Medlin over there, and you throw a duo of D tackles that both got drafted early. Eugene Hart playing for the Dolphins, Bronson West, who Jack drafted and then left.
It's crazy to me because Vaughn always tells me in practice how easy it was to stop Ray Blackburn. And it's wild.
Iron sharpens iron, Vaughn.
And he said Nortman never had his back over the top, too. So I don't know what was going on out there. Maybe they didn't win. I'll have to ask.
Maybe not. There must have been some problems in the locker room there. But look at, a whole lot of offensive linemen out of Notre Dame here, clearly.
That's realistic.
yeah, a bunch of white guys there. Notre Dame early candidate for best college team, I think. Here's another one. You get Jalen Holmes was the super freak corner that Van got gifted when he went on his vacation. What I find interesting about it is that Holmes is only 93 overall, which I was confused by that. And even when I think I looked at him last year, and I was like, why is my guy Steve Higgins, who I drafted in the third round, already significantly better than Jalen Holmes? Because Holmes came out obviously a stud. Fast, 6'3", aggressive play ball. He's really he's only 92 man coverage, 92 zone, which is great. But at this point, there's so many guys with 99 coverages that I'm just shocked he hasn't got there yet. I don't know why. Anyone got any ideas?
A lot of people believe in the 90 threshold, so maybe he just got to it and started deving someone else.
At a certain point, I stopped deving a certain thing too, and go if I'm getting all man, I go.
Who did he have to dev though? He traded for Jahmyr Gibbs, and his receivers were real. He had Jordan Love, so I don't know who he was deving.
Yeah, I'm not sure that Van did training though. You know what I mean? He gave up on training for 2 seasons.
Yeah, that'll happen, but I don't know. Obviously he's a great player. 6'3", he's a stud. And then if you look at the rest of Ohio State's squad here, Caleb Davis. Yeah, he's the only wide receiver that Carolina didn't trade. They had a stacked wide receiver room and then traded everyone except Caleb Davis. So
you got NWS's QB there, that fast, good throw power too.
He went number 2 overall. So that was Ohio State. So you get, they might have had 1 year where Caleb Davis and Steve Nicholson were playing together.
He played him pretty awkwardly though. He interchanged him and Sam Howell for the first 2 seasons.
I don't know. I think he I thought he plugged him in right away because KOD.
No, there was definitely
called the offense a 6th grade offense or something. I forget what he called it.
Well, there was definitely times when Howell would come in, multiple times in a game, because I would notice it when the number would change, and I was like, oh, not running this one, or, oh, this is probably our quarterback run.
Oh, I only remember Nicholson. You probably caught him, after a 70-30 or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know, because that's when you draft a quarterback with that speed, which I don't know why, but I think NWS has, 2 of the better scrambling quarterbacks in XCFL outside of, Malcolm Witherspoon when I took him. He got Billy Overbay, who was fast, and then he got this guy who was generational fast with the 95 speed. Steve Nicholson, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, it was high.
Yeah, his deep accuracy's not great. Throwing around 91. Yeah, he's nice. Oblivious sense of pressure can say, I don't know. But that's.
Would hate to be the team that gave him that pick, huh?
Would hate that.
Oh God, good times. He's pretty nasty. What a Dr. Dark Jennings had just had a second day, and one being a 60+ yard slant. Oh, okay, good for Lance Jennings. All right, Ohio State in the books. They also had just a bunch of people though. Like that's another class that pretty big one here. Oklahoma is another one that could potentially look at this secondary right off the bat. These two are put together.
When it was if it's an all XCFL team, they might be my pick to win it.
I mean, you get Jadarius, Ben Tatum, and Pat Robinson, who are all just two of them play for the Giants. That's a heck of a draft class there, round 2 and round 1. And then you throw Joe Hopkins, who was probably touching the field or a little bit while they were still there. You have 2 more corners down here. I mean, is this DBU? Another one? I mean, Oklahoma, man, putting no quarterbacks though, huh?
Yeah, that'd be the issue.
Yeah, a lot of teams. I don't know where are our quarterbacks from. I feel like I've only seen 4 of them.
South Bama.
We'll see what else pops up, but yeah, I mean, J.J. Matthews, that's the Lions running back who had that monster MOP type or caliber season. The brother of Grizz's backup quarterback right here.
I hope not, or he's barbecue chicken.
Connor Applewhite, that's the only receiver on the Dolphins that's not 97 speed. Yeah, interesting. Oklahoma just putting some guys on the map up here. And then let's go to the rival, Oklahoma State, who Oklahoma State with these top 6 here, including our recent number 1 overall pick, Floyd Woodley, the 6'4" corner. Northrup's a freak. Jalen McMillan, stud for Jared. Joshua Escobar, stud for Rob. Zach Owens is the guy. These are both the receivers that I drafted at the same draft at 5 and 3, and don't use either of them.
Yep.
Jonathan remembers.
Yep.
Yeah. Traded Zach Owens for Derwin though that past off season. That was the reason we drafted him. We knew it would happen. Now we got Derwin.
Yeah, what do you talk about? This might be the all-freak team, to be honest.
Even right here, this safety went number 8 overall in the first round. George Gaddis. Like, this is man. To find a top 8 here that's better than these guys. Top 7.
Trey Northrup is a serious freak. He is crazy.
Yeah, let's pull him up. He
could have been 98 speed for his whole career.
He could have been.
Oh yeah, if Chad would have known what he had over there.
Well, I mean, no one switched him to middle linebacker.
Trey Northrup. Oh yeah, you're right. He 92 speed, 93 XL, 77 zone. He's got 96 finesse moves too. Oh my God.
Yeah, he was crazy.
This guy, you can play him on the edge. Conservative play ball, he probably should. But strip ball, every move. Oh yeah, he's nice. That's a JMO pick right there.
It was indeed.
He'll do that. But yeah, that's nice. Rob's safety. Joshua Escobar, he's put some time into, and then Floyd Woodley. Floyd Woodley's a beast, man. That's one of the better first round picks we've seen in the XCFL. He hit the highest he could get really with the speed, and 6'4".
That Zach Owens and Brett Butler draft. Jonathan was sitting in chat with me. He was like, "There's no way Nick takes both of them, right?" I was like, "Nah, he's got 4 receivers over there already. There's no way." And then the first one goes. I was like, "Oh damn, yeah, you're getting the next one. That's fine." And then he picked the second one. He was like, "Well, fuck me."
I was like, "Eubanks, it is, I guess," and they were like, "Don't do it."
Man. I don't know. It was
it was rude. I'm called for.
Didn't even use either of them. It was not good. Oh man. Here's a quarterback, Air Fryer from Ole Miss.
Yes, sir.
He definitely Nick Douglas down here, the guy snagged from Brackett, the other 6'6" guy with the 99 juke. So they didn't play together, Air Fryer and Douglas, but You get Cecil Garrison, Connor Newton. That's Sean's linebacker, I believe, because of course he's number 69 over there. But that Donovan Dawson. Yeah, I mean this is Ole Miss, another SEC team. That's some high overall players though. That's not bad. There's one quarterback. That's good to see. We're finding some quarterbacks. The Ducks. The Ducks have some names that are familiar with the league, but not as much as you like to see. They had 2 receivers come out this year, and Justin Kramer, poor guy, had to go play for the Cardinals. And then Josh Barnett went number 2 overall. That was a tall guy that was, some would call it a questionable pick. Most would probably.
Shout out to DJ Ward though, Senior Bowl standout.
Dude, DJ Ward, Buffalo Bill over there.
DJ ran Hey Bob out of the league. with his back-to-back pick sixes.
Oh man. That's and then you pair him up with Keyshawn Jett, who is the stud sub linebacker who just got suspended for 10 weeks for Brackett. But he's a nice pick. Glock, how's Brackett doing over there with Keyshawn Jett out for a chunk of time?
I mean, I'm going to be honest, Keyshawn Jett's a non-factor in our games.
Wow.
I love
it.
He
is, man.
Non-factor.
He is a non-factor, bro. No, Keyshawn Jett's a dog, just not when he plays against the Jets. Now, if he's playing busy or the Bills, I'm not gonna lie, Keyshawn Jett's the best safety on the field.
Yeah.
Ow! Ouch!
6'3".
No offense, Rob.
He gets the 92 speed.
No offense.
The boost, 90 zone, 88 tackle. He's nice, yeah. Rob, you throwing your share of pick sixes to this guy?
I'm not really feeling that guy in zero.
He has scored on me before, early and often.
What'd you say, Chris? You don't like zero on him?
0 on this guy, 92 on the linebacker, or 98 or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think zero's hit.
92.
He's not good enough for zero, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's not a him.
Right.
We'll go to Oregon State and the Beavers here. Look at this. It's wide receiver U, Lindsey Manning for the Browns, and Earl Morris for the Cowboys.
I played a Cowboy CPU, and Earl Morris cooked me.
Earl,
he gave me the business.
Earl, you get a pair left end U over here. 3 left ends. Kevin Miller, Daniel. Is Oregon State where you go if you're a wide receiver or left end? Johnny Duvall over there. He's 6'6" receiver for the Dragons.
They got a lot of John and Johnnies out there.
Yeah, they do. Look at that.
In Oregon.
Oh, Jerome in there too. That's an interesting wide receiver duo. They weren't there. They weren't playing at the same time, but Earl had a big rookie year. I think 90+ catches, and then Lindsey Manning's been one of a couple receivers doing work for the Browns. As Sean would say, he's the purest passer in the league, as his running back runs for 2,000 yards. But we'll go ahead and scroll down. We got Penn State, this one, a lot of players, a lot of starts right off the top here with Alex Davis, the pass rusher for the 49ers, 99 overall. And then you get the tight end for Glock and the Jets there, George Holliday, who both in the same class. Pair him up with wide receiver Eric Gilchrist over there with the Steelers. Nick Pace for the Titans. Oh.
The list doesn't look super crazy, but the sneaky pick is the bottom guy there, Matthew Morgan.
Yep, I did throw him on there. I stopped all the other ones at 75-ish overall, but you had to throw the 99 speed guy that just got picked out of Penn State. The guy that probably should have been taken 2 or 3 in the draft, but there you go. Let's move on to Pitt, and it's going to start with Grizzlies guy, Cordell Coles, 95 overall out of Pitt. Really one of their only guys they produced.
He can recognize plays as well.
Yeah,
got a little bit of that in him.
Big play rec guy.
Just somewhere.
And
then first in, first last out. Watches film.
Just doesn't show up on Sundays.
He's actually a freak. He plays the ball really well. He's the only person on my team that gets interceptions. I love that guy.
Drew said guys need to just start pulling Eli Mannings when they get drafted by Boone. Could you imagine that? You click draft and the guy's like, nah, I'm good. Like you're like, oh, okay.
I'm not doing that.
Oh, that's that kicker. That's the one. That guy's
Wayne
dirty.
Andrews. Yeah, for the Raiders.
Isn't he?
Yeah, I know the Rams drafted a stud when he drafted a 99 kick power. Let's see what the Raiders guy is.
No, the Raiders guy was a dog. He was like X Factor, 99 kick. It was insane.
Oh yeah, look at him, Lane. Look at that. Sleeper pick here for Pittsburgh. They produced Cordell Coles and Lane Andrews.
Yep, big defense, and then we kick field goals from
99.
the 60-yard line.
Look at the speed, 79 speed. He could play wide receiver for the Eagles.
Damn.
Oh man, no, that's a beast kicker, and he gave him a sleeve too. Oof. All right, then we found another quarterback.
Still number one.
Jelani Knox here, 96 overall. I can't do the number 16, Drew, if you're still in there. But I like that not every quarterback is like number one or the same number, so I'll allow it. But he fell to 21, which was interesting because he's obviously a really good player, but from Purdue. So only two guys from Purdue: Johnny Dillon, who is looking like a pretty good corner for the Raiders, and then Jelani Knox. So
is that where Drew Brees went?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, there you go. Best thing since Drew Brees. San Diego State. Jason Benson, the deep tackle for the Raiders. Morgan Webber, the wide receiver, the slow wide receiver for the Cardinals, who he doesn't throw touchdowns to. He just throws a bunch of yards to. And not much to talk about here with San Diego State. We'll move on. I guess for a Mountain West team, that's pretty good. San Jose State produced Grant Langham. That's the running back J-Mo drafted in.
Terrible choice in accessories, but solid player.
Oh yeah, he put up some good. Yeah, he's got the stupid neck roll and all that.
Yeah, he needs to get edited.
Yeah,
exactly. You would think he's the defensive tackle if you looked at him.
Yeah, he does. It's not great. And then right under him, there's another quarterback, Grish that I got earlier, South Alabama Jaguars.
See, if you're him though, why did you go to South Alabama when you could have went to Bama and you would have help around you?
Yeah.
That's my question.
I'm
actually going to lower his awareness after seeing this.
Hey, the small schools produce the quarterbacks, which is pretty wild. Oh, we got an asterisk guy on here.
Tell that to Mac Jones.
Here's another quarterback, South Carolina, Chris O'Dowd. Oh, that's the VBD.
Oh yeah.
That he never even used and
program.
It was his justifying of trading Lamar. Not great. The guy jumps out here, Matt Baker for the Lions, defensive end, 4th round pick, put up big numbers for Pride these past couple of years, but not much. Again, another SEC school kind of letting us down here. Let's go.
Also looking at Brandon Samuels, future Super Bowl champion
for the Bucs. Yeah, right tackle rookie. There you go. Good Jared drafted.
Oh hey, woo!
Is he starting or what?
Make him great again.
Yeah. My whole line, because I traded for all overalls to see how high I could get my overall last season. So my whole line was like, "Nah, we're dipping out." Yeah. I was like, "I'm not paying any of you bucks."
What do we got? Stanford, Nathan Southward, free safety for the Vikings. Wide receiver Jamar Walker. Not a lot going on here. A bunch of later round picks. Rookie Don Levant this year. He's a pretty high overall rookie, 78 overall. But not much. I mean, I don't know. It's decently high overalls for some Stanford bookworms.
Drew said he's not changing Knox's number. Too late.
Yeah, you can at this point. You just gotta ride with the mistake that you made. But all you can do is get it put on a plaque somewhere, hopefully. Glock, here's another quarterback that Ben Hamilton from TCU.
Legend.
He's a Horned Frog.
Dude, Ben Hamilton's a freaking dog. Let me tell you something.
It's the first Glock quarterback that hasn't thrown 30 picks in the season in a while.
First Glock quarterback, 90 overall.
Yeah.
He's also 4-1 against the Dragons franchise.
Could be 5-0.
Yeah, Ben Hamilton, but he's 4-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4-1 against the Dragons.
And then you pair him up. I guess he probably wasn't there, but you pair him up with two nice outside linebackers, two nice linebackers, and Tommy Butler that VBD has, and has to pay I think $1 bajillion to, and Calvin Todman. Here's brackets corner Mitchell Felder from Temple. He was the one that came out with like nice. Yeah, I think he's up to 97 speed or something like that.
Right, and he has really high catching as well. I think he's got like 88 catching.
Not enough to catch that fake punt against you, though.
Fact.
We'll go Tennessee here with Jared's running back, Daryl Day. It's pretty wild. You see like Trey Lance at the top of like passing yards, and you see like two of Jared's receivers at the top of receiving yards. You know, there's no way.
We get it.
But like, there's no way it's running back gets a bunch of yards. And then of course, you know, Daryl Day sitting up there with like the fourth most rushing yards half the time. But yeah.
Hey, well, we don't play defense over here.
Well, we know that. AJ
we just like to score.
AJ Carradine just put up a solid MLP type season after being a 4th-round pick for the Raiders from Tennessee. Couple defensive players, Steven Ruggs, I don't even know who that is, and he plays in my division. That's not a good sign for Steven Ruggs.
He's got a questionable family member. That's all I know.
Yeah, and you get Jacoby Taylor, the Cardinals quarterback down here, the 20-year-old. So he was paired up with AJ Carradine and Steven Ruggs with Daryl Day as his running back. Yeah, Tennessee might have made some noise, except poor Taylor against Jackson Valley Cardinals, but it is what it is. Poor guy. Let's go. A&M tripping 390s right off the bat there. Joel James, the wide receiver over there, and this is the freak guy, Jacoby Campbell.
He's so stupid.
That's the Chad guy.
He's so stupid.
Well, dude, look at this. Texas A&M produced a number 1 and a number 2 pick. Who's Greg Martin?
That's the actual guy. Pride wanted to take him, but the CPU for the Chiefs took him.
Oh,
he was crazy.
That's the reason Hannah fell to Atlanta.
Right.
Yep.
Dude,
he was the one that, like, you looked at a right outside linebacker, you're like, 87 speed, and he came out like 92 speed or something like that. He was nuts.
Yeah, I told Pride, I was like, don't worry, you'll get him for sure. And then that CPU ruined it for him.
Dude, 98 excel, 91 pursuit, 95 finesse. This guy's a dog.
Yeah, there was a bunch. There was so many good players in that draft. So many good players.
That's wild. Yeah, Greg Campbell. So you get him. You get Jacoby Campbell in that same class. So they both. Wow. They produced 1 and 2 that same year. Both Texas A&M players.
Not the defense.
Wow. That's interesting. You pair them with these two solid offensive linemen that went early. Look at that. A&M might have won the SEC. All right, USC. USC produced a lot of players, and this is the first. We're going to talk about this. The first thing you see: Matt Graves, Devon Weldon, Jose Lucas, and then you get Thad Peak down here. If these 4 defensive linemen overlapped at all, which it looks like 5 years, 4 years, 3 years, so they must have. This is one of the best defensive lines in the world. It's 4 first-round picks, 3 of them that went inside the top 7, and then Thad Peak went down there and doing big things in Minnesota. But USC would have been a team to be reckoned with if they have any kind of offense with those guys. But that is.
Deion Rayford was a freak wide receiver too. He just didn't get used like the first 2 seasons at New Orleans.
Oh yeah. He traded for that one guy and then drafted that dude.
Yeah, I was going to take him, and then he went off the board early.
Max Peppers, the wide receiver that was drafted this year. There was a lot of high overall receivers drafted. Another 78 overall receiver.
Looks like that D-line helped that O-line. Iron sharpens iron in practice.
Yeah. Dude, that's a nasty D-line, though. That's pretty wild. Matt Graves
just tackle.
So Graves went what? Graves went 4, and Barkley went like 6 or whatever right after.
Yeah, Barkley went 6.
But you and Brackett both wanted Graves.
Yeah, me and Brackett both wanted Graves, and he was like, but I'll take Barkley. He tried to talk me into taking Barkley so he could get Graves. And I was like, yeah, you can eat a dick. Graves is going to be a Jet, and he's going to be the best D tackle, And guess what? That's what he is.
Speaking of D tackles here, the one from USF, Jalen Chamberlain, the Eagle, big old ball, 400 pounder over there.
Yeah, tell Elijah Jalen sends his regards.
Yeah. Dude, you get him out of USF. You get Manuel Guerrero, who put up that one huge year with the Raiders, and then I just took this Blackshear guy. That was the guy I took in the first round, who had the 99 play rec. But that's a pretty solid, from USF to put that out. Look at that. Jalen Chamberlain, yeah, dude, he's a specimen.
Mount Chamberlain.
Yeah. Tell Elijah sends his regards. He said, "That's wild."
all 388 of them just benched Elijah like it was nothing.
Dude, that is we got to go pull up your freaking your D line right now. The
Chamberlain DT/fullback.
Dude,
evaluate.
If you ignore Jalen Carter, who's 314, which is still a big man, you get Chamberlain 388, Vita Vea 347, Javier Chavez is only 310, Wilkerson 365. Like if you put Wilkerson, Vita Vea, and Chamberlain in the middle, that's
what I was doing today.
Dude, that's just
1,000 pounds. Clogging up the field.
Good luck. You don't even need insta-sheds. There's just nowhere to go. 98 strength, 96 strength. Like they're just not getting moved. That's a big group of boys there.
And they're quick too for their size.
Yeah.
Look at the XCFL. They get out.
Yeah, that is.
Get out the block.
He said one DT and said he's only 310 pounds.
Yeah.
That's how big it is.
Who we got next? Virginia. Really only they produced Michael Sparrow. That's about it. Which is a nice safety for the Raiders. That Raiders roster seems to be pretty nice. Surprised it's not translating to more wins. Virginia Tech, only one linebacker, so Jack's not doing that great of a job. Kenny Short, he's a pretty nice 49ers running back.
Fuck that running back.
Dude, he's pretty nice. He's got the two of them, that duo of running backs.
Is that the white guy?
No, that's the black
The
one.
white guy cooked me.
Yeah, Mason Jordan. He's got two of them that are just beasts.
Dude, I was playing him before advance, and it was like 17 seconds left in the first half, and then I came through with the middle linebacker that I made a big deal about. He's 90 today. Hit stick, dude bounced off of me. But then that safety that was 92 overall, hit stick, bounced off of me, ran for a touchdown. I was like, fuck this guy.
And then you scroll down, you get Wake Forest. We're kind of finishing up here. Wake Forest, two receivers, Larry Muldrow, who is the guy that Brapp uses out there, 98 XL. And then Andy Kramer, Nyrie's been using him, the little white guy over there that uses him in the slot. Washington, dude, look at the duo of receivers, Delonte Mitchell and Keith Manning for the Washington Huskies. At the same time, two corners.
Keith Manning's okay.
Yeah, Manning's the one that Jiggy drafted, I think, and then Drew now traded for. So, yeah, he's nice. And Mitchell's had pretty good success. Texas Star. Rob. Look who the quarterback was when they had these stud receivers. Rob's old quarterback was Big Dick Lane.
Big Dick Lane. Yep. Yeah. The man, the myth.
Dude, they must.
He's a starter.
They made some
for Lions.
I don't know if he.
They traded for someone good, right?
He signed Cody Phelps, the one that drafted. But Lane's still chilling there.
Where was Phelps on this list? Where he at?
Phelps is.
Haven't got there yet.
NC State. Interesting. I must have missed that one. All right. Well,
yeah, not a big miss.
No.
They'll just make the price.
Here's another quarterback, Washington State. The Browns quarterback, Quentin Sullivan. And the 5'5" power back for the Seahawks, Sterling Cooks. So Washington State was cooking, for lack of a better word there. Decent secondary there with Dalton Shields and Alec Fowler. Outside of that, not too Glock, your D tackle that you took that or traded for that was like really bad, and you got like 15 tackles for loss with him. Gabriel Duke. Interesting. Washington State. That's Quentin Sullivan. He's having a decent cycle, I feel like.
He's a pure passer.
He is a pure passer. He's over there one of the best offensive minds in football over there. Two schools left. West Virginia. 99 overall receiver in Eli Levy to go with Leo Denard, the linebacker Jack drafted and played with there for a bit. You get George Harris, who's the sub linebacker for the Steelers now that Van drafted. You get a quarterback in Charles Lehman. That's the one that Rugger took. I think he's still using him.
He was a stud out of the box. I don't know what he tapped into.
Clearly not much if he's still chilling at 80.
I wanted that guy.
He is definitely still the guy over there. 97 throw power. 6'6", 230.
Ideal sense of pressure from what I remember.
Yep. Yes, it was the Charles Lehman, the Eli Levy show over there. And then we finish up with Wisconsin. Connor Hanna joins the long. Well, I mean, you look at it. Connor Hanna, Ryan Price, Quintavious Dugans, all joined the long list of stud defensive backs that came out of Wisconsin.
Wisconsin's all-time DBU for XCFL.
Is Connor Hanna the best drafted player in this cycle?
I think,
probably.
I think just because he can play safety and sub linebacker, it makes him better than the corners that were taken by Van and Brackett. Hanna's just.
Plus, safeties do more. Honestly, they get more stats.
Who went 1 overall the year Hanna was taken 3rd?
The DT for the Panthers.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it was DT, and the Chiefs took the outside linebacker.
That class.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. And then Pride got his safety that same draft too.
Yeah, that class is crazy nasty. Dang. Yeah, Connor Hanna coming on from Wisconsin.
I'm pretty sure that was the class, the QB, right? The QB went to the Commanders?
I think you're right.
So you know why that class was good.
Because you weren't in it.
Yep, you're welcome.
Oh, you're probably right. Yeah, Steve Nicholson. No, he was 3 years pro. Never mind. Pick number 2. Well, that's what we have, guys. I think it's always interesting to look back at things like this because we've talked about different things and it's never really, you don't really keep track of. And then I saw how easy it was on Neon to pull the report, and I was like, oh, this could be kind of cool. So we just threw something together. I think it's a cool way to look at things. I don't know. I think Oklahoma was a stud. Miami's been pretty good. Notre Dame probably won all the national championships with the loaded Blackburn roster.
So if you took them all right now in their XCFL form, who wins?
Oh, man.
The problem is the dirtiest rosters don't have any quarterbacks.
Yeah, very true. That makes it very tough to pick.
I'd probably go Auburn. They've got corners, middle linebacker, quarterback, wide receivers.
I'd probably go James Madison because they just had Huffman and he doesn't need anybody else.
Yeah, but he was so bad at quarterback in college. He was a wide receiver.
Maybe Clemson.
He was throwing to himself. Clemson is a pretty good one too. And if USC,
I like OU, but they have no one to throw. Oh yeah, USC is not getting passed on.
If USC just had any quarterback, you probably are taking them just for the pass rush alone. Did they have? No.
You could hit Deion Rayford on screens.
Yeah, that's true. That's all you got. Just no running back.
Max Peppers, Darrell Reese, the running back.
Who's the fullback here for USC? Cook and Ray Russell. Okay. Yeah, no, I think Penn State was good. Texas A&M, solid 3. Oklahoma State, quiet, might be something to force a reckon with.
Yeah, some freaks, but again, no QB and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Now I just got to do all time, find all the best players, and put them on their schools and see what happens.
Personally, I'm taking South Bama. I might be biased though.
Dude, that Oklahoma secondary though, if like you had these three, oof.
I'm taking South Bama unless it's a forced win. Then I'm out.
Marcus Freeman era, says Drew. Yeah, Drew, you're right. That's he went and got his boy. Yeah, dude, that squad there, Blackburn, and then you get all the DBs. You get two pass rushers. Yeah, don't know who Chris Gates is, but he was definitely carrying Blackburn shoulder pads for 2 seasons.
Yeah, actually, Notre Dame. I don't know. It's just yeah, they come down on the quarterback too. But man, that's a roster.
But you got an elite running back in Blackburn, an elite receiver in Blackburn, an elite kick returner in Blackburn. So you really don't need much else, to be honest.
You got a cap wizard with Greg Nortman running the numbers for you.
The accountant.
Dude, they probably just ran Wildcat with Nortman and Blackburn back there, and just one of them figures it out. Oh man, well, cool guys. Appreciate you guys hopping on. This is just a fun little thing we can do. I'm gonna get uploaded to YouTube, and we'll see. No Matthew Forden. Who's Matthew Forden? Nyrie's quarterback? Now I gotta go look up. See where Big Matt went. He might not have had anyone else at the school. He's only 84 overall. Oh, Memphis.
Pride's quarterback did put up big numbers before injury, but I don't know what happened since then. Pride's quarterback by way of what, the Rams?
Yeah. Memphis.
A bunch of one-off schools with one person had really high overalls.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you drafted him. We get it.
No, there was...
You and Nick devved up these crazy freaks. We get it.
Nairi, this is probably why your boy was left off the list, because there is nobody on here that anyone knows from Memphis. But there's your boy, Matthew Forden, 16th overall pick. Dude, look at the stuff they give you, all the ratings and different things. It's pretty wild. The traits, Neon's on top of their game over there.
No, that is cool, Jared, that you mentioned it. Like, the 99s or like the 95s are kind of by themselves, and then like a bunch of 90s and stuff at other schools.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just because like Jiggy's, Jared's, and Nick's took them.
Let's see, what do I want to look at? Who, well, they give you way too much shit here.
Hey, Nick, you didn't have Texas on there, but they had that Avery Woodward, that Brap Tuck, and...
Texas?
Oh, why did I not mention Texas either? My boy. No love for my boy.
Elton Little.
Where's Bryce Gardner?
Wow.
Dude, is Texas actually the one?
My only wide receiver?
Hold on, let me pull it up.
No, we mentioned Eubanks. Eubanks was in there.
Wait, where did Isaiah Hayden go? No, this list is rigged.
Oh, hold on, dude. Texas has got some dogs.
Texas produced the first X Factor fullback.
Good eye, Rob.
Dude, Avery Woodward, Bryce Gardner, Jackson Tyson, Bobby O'Brien, Eldon Little, Mike Falk, John. Okay, Texas probably the best team.
Texas cooking.
And we didn't even have much. Look at all these first round picks. Cooking, dude. They got a shit ton of players too. All right, well that's Texas. Texas is probably the winner here. Late edition. About who else did we miss? What did you just say, Grizz? You're wide receiver?
Harvard. Isaiah Hayden, the 6'6" guy.
No, he didn't.
Wow,
there he is. Just him and another 67 overall and a 59 overall. Sounds about right.
I wanted to see one last year. I want to see where the other 99 Juke guy that Dallas took.
Oh, Paul.
Oh, Texas Tech. Texas Tech, anything?
83, Paul Sherman, Parker Anthony, the backup running back. No, whole lot of nothing over there. But he did have Bobby Fant on the rocks.
Rob waited this whole show for his X Factor fullback to show up, and Nick didn't even put him on.
That's right.
Hey, I like it. He got Bryce Gardner in there.
Well, Nyrie's telling mean things in chat. Blackburn annoys me. Whoa, dude, hold on. Blackburn is loved by all XCFL users. All of them. All right, I think we're good to close this one out, boys. Thanks for hopping on. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, appreciate it, gentlemen. We will hopefully advance. We'll advance this tomorrow, I think. Hopefully. But yeah, XCFL, we are out of here, and we will talk to you soon. See ya.